Hi, my name's Mr. Radom, and I will be your summer school online math teacher. And just going to run you through some of the resources that you need for your course. So the important web page to remember is this one right here, www.thssmath.com. You'll want to bookmark that because you'll be using that a lot. And the tab that you'll use is this one here, Online Math. So let's click on that. And it'll bring up some links here. Don't worry about Mr. Payne's schedule. He's another DL math teacher, but I will just show you this here. If you click on this, Mr. Radom's schedule, this is my schedule that'll work for the months of May and June. The Illuminate class times, I'll talk about the Illuminate class times in a bit. But right now I am logged in for the month of May and June every Monday and every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and that's on Mondays, and on Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. But all I really want to point out here is this. So for the month of May and June, if you ever want to come and see me and work with me, then you can come to Thomas Haney Secondary School and I can help you face-to-face in the math grade hall. That's our large math area there at the school during these times on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But I'm not there at all on Fridays. There's some optional extra help sessions here, but don't worry about that. Because you are doing this course in a compressed timeline from May, June, and July, essentially any time you would like to get help, online help, simply send me an email and we'll work out a time when it'll work for us to log into Illuminate so that I can help you. But I just wanted to point this out. These are the times when you can see me face to face if you wish. So this next link down here, is the link that will take you to the Illuminate Classroom. So if you click on this link, you might have to download some software here the first time to use the session. But once you've done that, you can click on Start the Session. It'll ask you to log in. So I could enter my name and click Login. Allow some stuff to happen. And this will take you to the Illuminate or the Collaborate Classroom. This is where where I can help you with your math questions that you might have. And so when you come in, you'll see your name here in the participant window with your hand raised. We can just click that to lower the hand. There's a chat window here, so we can type some stuff in, and it shows that I was saying blah, 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 garbly goop. So you'll hear the audio when you're in here. You can talk. If you click on this thing, then you'll be talking. You can see the audio sliding there. You just have to make sure you unclick that when you're done talking, or you can just use the chat window. But I'll be able to help you by writing on the screen with my pen. So this way I can help you with whatever math homework or things that you're stuck on, and you'll be able to hear it and see it on your computer screen as I would help you. So that's Illuminate. We'll leave that session. Okay, so this is where you'll get all your online help is through this Illuminate Classroom, that link right there. Don't click Mr. Payne's because that takes you to his classroom, and that's not my classroom link. So make sure you're Mr. Radom's Illuminate Classroom. If you do have some problems, there's a link here where you can configure your Illuminate. You can click that, and that'll help you make sure that everything's working. There's even some support there in that link. There's also another link here, Learn Now BC. If you click on this link here, there's a tutorial and study center. So there's also free online help. There's practice quizzes. There's some instructional videos. There's some learning resources and homework help links. Just some additional resources that you can use. So that's kind of the overview there of your online math. That's my schedule if you want to see me face to face. If you need help at any time, simply send me an email. My email address is jeff_radom@sd42.ca. So if you need any help, send me an email at that link, and we'll arrange a time where we can go online in the Collaborate session, the Illuminate Classroom there, and I'll be able to help you with your homework. Now, you're taking the Math 10 Apprenticeship and Workplace course. So all of your resources will be found under this link, Math 10 Apprenticeship and Workplace. So clicking on that link, on the left side, you're going to see all of the learning guides. These are all of your assignments. Okay, the first one is actually a record sheet, and if we open that, it looks like this, and it's an outline for all of the learning guides that are in this course. So Learning Guide 1-2 is all on pricing and currency. Learning Guide 3-4 is earning and income. There's a unit test here. More learning guides, a unit test. There's a mid-course review that we'll do. Some more learning guides and a unit test. And then we will do a final review at the end here to get ready for your provincial exam. So this is a provincial examinable course, and there will be an opportunity probably for you to write your provincial exam at the August rate. Otherwise, your next available rate is not until November. So that's like a spot here for you to keep track of your marks, and a spot for the date here as you complete this. Now, in order to finish this course by July 24th, I believe it's the 24th, let me just double check. Yeah, Friday, July the 24th, there's 20 learning guides in this course, and you've got about 16 weeks. So you've got to complete more than one of these learning guides every week. So Learning Guide 1 and 2, this would be 2 learning guides. We should have that done certainly within a couple of weeks. And in that email you got, it does say that you need to have the first learning guide, the first assignment completed within 2 weeks of the email. So if I don't have Learning Guide 1 and 2, 2 weeks after the date you registered, then you will be removed from the course. Don't worry about Learning Guide 0. So this is your first one here, Learning Guide 1 and 2. So let's open this up. Okay, and each learning guide has a little introduction here. There's some expectations. These are the things that you need to know that you're going to learn in this learning guide. There's the resources that you need, the MathWorks text, and we'll talk about that in a second. So then you see some icons along the side here. Some of this is stuff that you're going to do in the textbook. Look at some examples. And then there's always a little math journal link here, which is just a spot for you to make notes. So after you've worked through these examples, you should be able to make some notes in your journal notebook about what an example of a ratio and a proportion is. And you just simply follow through, work through these. Here's some questions to do, more questions to do. Here's the second expectation, some steps to follow through. Same thing with expectation 3. You're not going to hand your work in to me. You do as many questions as you feel like you need to do to actually understand this material. So if you know a lot of this stuff already, then don't feel that you necessarily need to do every single question assigned. But I would expect that you do know how to do each question that is assigned. So as you're going along here, say you're completing questions 1 to 6, I would expect that you would check your answers in the answer section to make sure that you're understanding what you're doing. And then, of course, if you're stuck, send me an email and we'll work out a time where I can come online and help you with your work. There's also a review at the end. So at the end of the guide, if you want to practice what you've learned, there's some questions here. Or if you look at this learning guide and look at these expectations and say, I know how to do this already, maybe you've done the course before, and you want to, if you can go down here and just do these 10 questions. And if you can do all those very easily, then maybe you're ready for the quiz. So once you've finished the learning guide, then just send me an email, or when you're close to finishing, send me an email, say I'm ready to do my quiz for Learning Guide 1 and 2, and I will make arrangements for you to write the quiz for Learning Guide 1 and 2. And then once the quiz is done, then you have completed the learning guide. So, Learning Guide 1 and 2. Then you'd go on to Learning Guide 3 and 4. And then notice how there's not a learning guide for Learning Guide 5. That was because, let's try this again. That was because Learning Guide 5 is, there we go. Learning Guide 5 is a unit test. So it's a test on just these same things again. So you can practice this material some more, and then we'll write this unit test. If your mark on this unit test is better than the little mark you got on the quizzes, then I'll make this mark your mark for this entire unit. So it's just an opportunity to rewrite your quizzes. So those are all the learning guides. They're on the left-hand side of the screen, and you'll work through there. The workbook. When you click on these things, sometimes things are password protected. The login is always capital THSS, and the password is lowercase math. There's a workbook here, and if you click on this, it's a large file, it's 12 megabytes. You can download a workbook, and you can use that as a resource for you, or go back to the thing. Or you can use the textbook here, and this is what the learning guides are set out for. So those questions that are assigned, they're all from this textbook. But some people like to do the practice in the workbook as well. So here's the textbook. Each chapter is there. The glossary is a separate file. Again, you can save all these to your computer if you wish, or just use them online. Here's the answer section. Okay, so that's all there. Don't worry about the suggested learning guide completion dates, because that's for students that are doing September till June. Remember, you have 3 months in which to complete all these learning guides, so it's a much tighter timeline. This is an important link, though, too, the formula sheets. You will get these sheets. You can use these sheets for all of your quizzes and tests. Okay, so these are the formula sheets. They're the same ones you would get on your provincial exam, and you can use these on any of your quizzes and tests. So that's an overview then of all of the resources that you have. Essentially your learning guides on the left side, the textbook here, the formula sheets here. Just remember that when you are doing this course in 3 months, that first off, the expectation is that you would finish Guide 1 and 2 within 2 weeks of when you've started the course. And then you should be finishing, Guide 3 and 4 should be done typically within a week and a half. You want to make sure you have a plan for finishing each of your learning guides so that you can have this course completed by July 24th. I look forward to working with you on your Math 10 Apprenticeship and Workplace course this year.